Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Hope you guys have had a great week. So E3 is here, and today I'm going to talk about one of my conference reviews. This one is going to focus on Nintendo's E3 Direct, which aired yesterday. Doing this one a little bit different today, guys, because I am a Nintendo fan, but I'm not as big a fan as Dante and also Ian. So I'm actually going to bring these two on board to talk about the Direct as we sort of go through it and review it down. And now the first thing I've got to say about Nintendo's Direct was it was really, really good. It was chock full of content, chock full of games. There were 38 games in total that were announced, 25 of which were brand new games. I thought it was really good. I thought the pacing was excellent. If I'm likening it to anything, I think you did a really good likening before, Fisher. You said it was like going to what?
It was like going to a pick and mix stand. There's lots of everything. You can't decide which one you want most of. And frankly, by the end of it, you're going to have spent too much money and you're going to be bouncing off the walls with anticipation.
Hype
and sugar and
sugar rush. Yeah,
E3, more like all the E-numbers.
Yeah, it was really good. So, I'm super hyped for a lot of the content. So we're going to go through the Direct. We'll break down a couple of the games that we're most excited about as we go through it. So obviously it kicked off first with the beginning with obviously a Smash Brothers Ultimate reveal, which is that there are going to be 2 new characters, which are going to be added as part of the DLC content. We're going to get the hero from Dragon Quest. Never played any Dragon Quest games, so can't really comment on that. But the second one was Banjo-Kazooie, which I know you guys are super hyped for.
White noise scream. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's an underrated character. I thought Banjo-Kazooie was a superior game to Mario 64, which is a very
big
controversial
comment.
opinion.
Good platformer.
But it's less the characters and more what it could possibly mean for Nintendo. As people will know, Rare and Nintendo have been a little estranged since they started work with Microsoft. Now, because Microsoft and Nintendo are playing nicey nice all of a sudden for the last couple of years, then hopefully this means we'll start seeing Banjo-Kazooie work its way back onto the Switch in some kind of full game platform, not in a nuts and bolts kind of way.
It could be. So I know a lot of people are looking forward to having Banjo-Kazooie and have wanted him to be a character for a while.
Collection as well.
Yeah, and I think also we did get to see Super Lucky's Tale, which was a Xbox exclusive platforming game. So it's kind of good to see that come to the Switch as well, which was announced in the actual Direct as well. So let's break it down. So the biggest reveal early on for me that I'm super hyped for is Luigi's Mansion 3. I have not played the first or second game, but I am
Blasphemy.
I know, but I'm super hyped for Luigi's 3. It looks so friggin' good, Luigi's Mansion 3. They showed a gameplay trailer. I loved it. I thought the narration over it, the narrator's voice was great, really good. We got to actually see some of the different abilities. We got to see Luigi, so there's going to be a little co-op play, which will be fun. And I know you're super hyped, Fish, about the Scarescraper, which is the multiplayer.
Yeah, that worked really well
it.
on the DS. I'd like to see that obviously take more of a grounding. I think what they've clearly done is they've taken the elements of Luigi's Mansion 1 of being one big environment and the almost detail and functionality from Luigi's Mansion 2 and just mashed the two of them into one game, hopefully to make one super game.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely incredible. It's definitely a must-buy for me this year. We didn't get a confirmed release date, though, which makes me a little bit sad. So all we know is it's coming out in 2019. I anticipate it's going to be either fall or holiday season of 2019. We then got a really weird announcement, which was a Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics, which is obviously based off of the Netflix series, which is coming now. I'm super hyped for the Netflix series. I can't say I'm particularly hyped for this game. It looks cheap. It looks like a cash grab. It looks like a mobile game, you know.
I think Netflix possibly paid a lot of money to get that spot in that E3 trailer.
Most definitely. And then let's move on to the next one, which I know has you really hyped, Fish, which is Link's Awakening. So this obviously is a remake, isn't it, of the Game Boy original. And it's coming out September the 20th, 2019. So tell us a little bit about Link's Awakening.
Well,
then.
Link's Awakening for me is the intro I had to the Zelda series as a child. So this holds a very special place in my heart. Link's Awakening, it looks beautiful. I know there's a lot of people don't like the style, but if you consider that this is a remake of a Game Boy game, your classic dot matrix, I think they've done a really nice job of it. I like the toy style that they've gone with. And frankly, I think the most exciting thing for me, although it looks like it'll only be a small element of the game, is this small dungeon making thing that they've put in there. I mean, we've seen the success of Mario Maker, and we're about to see Mario Maker 2. Does this hint towards a possible make your own Zelda dungeon?
I think that'd be really cool.
So.
I definitely think there's a space for that in on the Nintendo Switch.
It'd sell.
It really would. We then have Trials of Mana, which is a remake of the older game, and also the Collection of Mana, which I know you're super hyped for, Dante.
Yeah.
Which is coming out. Trials of Mana is coming out early 2020, and Collection of Mana is out right now.
Yeah. So that's got the original Secret Mana in, which is one of my all-time favourite games like ever. The old school Game Boy game, which was alright. It was a semi-Final Fantasy game at the time, and then kind of turned into its own thing.
Okay.
And then the Trial of Mana original that never got released over here.
All right, so that'll be interesting.
Do a Secret of Mana playthrough. Hint, hint.
That could be really fun. I've never played them, so I'll be
awesome.
totally game for that. We then obviously have an announcement that The Witcher 3 is going to come onto the Nintendo Switch in 2019. You guys know I'm a massive, massive Witcher fan. I have a lot of my content on the channel is Witcher related. So I'm super hyped to see it come to the Nintendo Switch. I'm super hyped to see that another group of people are going to get to play this game.
The trade-off obviously will be the performance and visuals, but that is at the expense of, hey, look, you can play this on the go, frankly,
Yeah, I mean, I did hear that the resolution does drop. I think our friend Ven, who was 480p handheld, 720p through TV. That's what I read. And yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, obviously, so long as the game plays smoothly, I mean, it is a visually beautiful game. There are some areas in The Witcher 3 that are just absolutely incredible. Kaer Morhen being one of them, Skellige being another. But yeah, I've been able to take this and play it anywhere. But it's a massive game. You will need a really big SD card to be able to play that game.
Strong wrist.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next one that has me very hyped is Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is coming out on the 26th of July 2019. It's a game I'm definitely going to be playing and showcasing on the channel. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't played any Fire Emblem games previously, but I like the look of it and the style of it. I think it starts off where you're in a school, you're a teacher in a school environment. It's got very Harry Potter vibes with the three houses.
Till now, I've not had any interest in it whatsoever. That has changed. So
because of the trailer? Yeah.
Possibly hinting at that just being the prologue and then it kicks off.
Yeah, they definitely were hinting at this big war breaking out.
Maybe
stuff.
5-year skip.
5-year skip, things getting a bit crazy, but it looked really, really good. And it's a game I'm definitely interested in. We then obviously have the Resident Evil remaster. So we've got 1 to 4 and then now 5 and 6, which is going to be added to it. Which I know you're not.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I think having 0, 1 and 4 on the Switch will be nice, especially the ability to again play it portable. Resident Evil 5 is well documented in a great co-op game, but playing it with the computer on a single player mode is painful to say the least. And Resident Evil 6 is just trash. But although the games I'm sure will be wonderful to have on the Switch, my concern is purely price point. I think the price tag they're expecting for these games, currently at £30 each, when I could go on Steam and buy them for £5, it's not a good deal at all.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll definitely bring that down in price. We then had No More Heroes 3, which was announced coming out in 2020. This is a game I know many people have been waiting a long time for. We did have a No More Heroes game come out recently, I think beginning of the year, but it's not really the one that people were looking for. So I think this is finally, evidence that they are working on No More Heroes 3. Obviously, I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker. So we had Contra, which was announced. coming out in September 24th. Wireless co-op, which looks really, really good. And then obviously there's going to be the anniversary collection, which includes 10 games. Which is just absolutely insane. We then had Daemon X Machina, which is coming out September the 13th, 2009. I love the art style of that game. I think the art style looks really incredible. You got to play the demo, Dante, didn't you?
Yeah. Controls a little fiddly, but get used to it. I think it'll be an alright game.
It's clearly a spectacle game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? But hopefully it'll be fun to play. We then had Panzer Dragoon. No one really saw that one coming, which is a remake of the first game, maybe, but coming out in winter 2019. I don't know anything about Panzer Dragoon.
That's because no one had a Sega Saturn.
It's a rail shooter. It was on the console that they forgot to market.
All right, okay. So that'll be interesting. Obviously, we then had a little bit on Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is coming out November the 15th, 2019. Mark it in your diaries, guys. We all have pre-ordered this game. We are all going to be playing it from day one. I've ordered Sword. You've ordered Shield, Dante, haven't you? Yeah, it looks really good. The new region of Gala looks really cool. We got to see a lot more in a Nintendo Direct previous to E3. It looks good.
We have the Corgi Pokemon, which people predicted. So
Electric Corgi.
The true champion is literally going to be the Queen with just a team of Corgi Pokemon.
Gonna have to happen.
But let's be honest, the only thing we need to say about this gen is Wooloo.
Yeah, so it looks good. We then had a game that I'm very excited about, which is Astral Chain. This is by Platinum Games. It's coming out August the 30th, so we finally had a confirmed release date. This game just looks incredible for me. This is from the makers of Bayonetta and Nier Automata. I am sold. The combat looks crazy. It seems like you can capture monsters and then turn them to use them on your side. I think they're called chimeras, or Legiamus, I think it said in the trailer, Legiamus or something, and you play as Legion or something like that. We don't no idea what the game is, but it looks insane. It's
gonna be weird. Dress them up in police armor and let them bash the enemy.
It looks insane. It looks really, really cool. We had a reveal trailer for Empire of Sin. So a mafia style game. Looked kind of cool, sort of top down, but maybe we'll see more. We then had Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 with expansions. So it's going to obviously be a multiplayer game. That's coming out July 19th. I haven't played any of the Ultimate Alliance previous games, but it looks good. And I'm a huge fan of Marvel. So I think it could be fun to play. Then the one that you're super hyped for is Crypt of the Necromancer, Cadence of Hyrule.
Yes, I mean, Crypt of the Necromancer, for those of you... Necrodancer. For those of you that haven't played it, it is on sale on the Switch right now. Go buy it. It's worth every penny. And to see that mashed up with Legend of Zelda is just going to be a really promising thing to see.
It looks great. It looks really good. I've seen you play Crypt of the Necrodancer, and it's a lot of fun.
Just the music.
Yeah, and the Zelda music. I mean, it's going to be incredible. We then had Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. This obviously is for Tokyo Olympics in 2020, but the game is coming out in November 2019. I'm not massively interested in Mario and Sonic Olympics, but I'm sure it'll be fun, and it is very much a family-oriented game. Right.
It's always sold well.
So I think it'll do well. And especially it's coming out during that holiday season, which I think is smart, just before Christmas. We then obviously had the big one, which is that Animal Crossing New Horizons is coming out. But it's actually been delayed to March 20th, 2020. It was supposed to be coming out this year. But Nintendo have done the smart thing. They've said they're going to delay it to make sure that the game can come out as they want, in perfect form.
I think the reasoning being that not only to make it better, to make sure it's right, but to also lessen the strain on their staff as well.
None of it's crunch rubbish.
Yeah, which I think is good, really, really good. And very rare for for a Japanese business company to do that. The Japanese businesses tend to overwork their workers, particularly. They tend to work very long hours. So it's kind of interesting to see that Nintendo are not doing that. I think that's really awesome. We then got a trailer reel, which basically just listed a bunch of games coming out. So I'm just going to list them here. So we had Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Just over the moon.
Which you're happy about.
Genuinely thought I'd never see that on the Switch. I hoped, but never thought I'd see see it.
Yeah, which is awesome. It's such a good game. Hollow Knight Silk Song, Ni no Kuni Remastered, which I'm hyped for because I thought Ni no Kuni 2 was a disappointment. So I'm super hyped to play the original. Minecraft Dungeons, you're interested in that? It looks good, Fish, right?
Yeah, it'll turn my head. It looks like a good multiplayer.
Yeah.
Still need to get you on Minecraft.
Yeah, you do. I don't have the time. I'm far too busy. Elder Scrolls Blades, not interested. It's a mobile port, no interest. My Friend Pedro looks fun. That looks really good. Doom Eternal, I'm very much looking forward to Doom Eternal.
It's Doom. It's stress relief. I want to shoot something.
It looks great. The Sinking City, no idea what that is. Looks cool. Wolfenstein Youngblood, Dante and I are going to be playing that cooperatively. So that looks really good. Dead by Daylight, Alien Isolation, Dauntless, which is the free-to-play Monster Hunter style game, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Dragon Quest.
Backtrack, Crystal Chronicles, yay!
Dragon Quest Builders 2, Stranger Things 3, the game. Just Dance 2020, it's just another Just Dance. Settlers of Catan, which is random.
That's a board game we can all love and hate in equal measure.
Yeah. And then obviously Super Lucky's Tale, which is the Xbox exclusive that I was talking about. We then obviously know that Mario Maker 2 is going to be coming as well, which I know is one that you're super looking forward to, Dante, which is coming out on the 26th of June and should be incredible. But the huge reveal at the end, the massive reveal at the end was Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Like, who saw this coming? Did you? You see this coming?
Of all the things I could have predicted from E3, it certainly wouldn't have been this.
Yeah.
Minor rumour that they were working on the next game, but we didn't know they were just going to continue on.
Yeah, most Zelda games, they tend to be sort of just reincarnations, don't they? Like new forms. But this was really cool to actually have this teaser trailer, which seemed to be hinting of a number of things.
Yeah, various.
And I know you guys have been talking about it. It looked very dark, sort of almost Majora's Mask kind of dark. If not darker, which, how do you get darker than Majora's Mask? I have no idea. Hyrule Castle at the end looked like it might be floating.
Yeah, a bit of Skyward
Ganondorf's corpse maybe coming back to life.
Again.
There's going to be a lot of speculation videos. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of hype, a lot of going. Obviously, it's going to be a few years down the road, but it looks really cool. But yeah, generally, I thought Nintendo's Direct was absolutely amazing. I was really blown away. I actually thought it was one of the strongest Directs, strongest conferences at E3 this year. I think actually it was one of the strongest. You know, it was right up there. Yeah, and it had a huge number of games that they were showcasing, a lot of new titles showing what's coming to the Switch, a lot of exclusives coming to it as well. And then it had a couple of really nice little surprises in there. One of the things I thought with the other conferences this year is that a lot of them were leaked. We already kind of knew what was coming. There weren't any big surprises, any big reveals. And I really missed that. You know, I kind of missed that this year. So it was really cool to have that at Nintendo's Direct.
I think it's something to do with the gaming industry now is this ravenous need to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Does somewhat kill the joy of E3, which I think Nintendo have been handing out cease and desist orders this year on known leakers.
Yeah, Twitter, Discord,
which is smart, you know. And I that's one of the things I really hate, you know, the leaks, especially with all the Ubisoft stuff and Watch Dogs Legion and everything that already got leaked beforehand. So it kind of takes that momentary sort of joy and excitement out of it. But I thought Nintendo's Direct was excellent. The only things I didn't see this year is we didn't get to see Bayonetta 3, which I was looking forward to seeing. Obviously, there was nothing Metroid Prime related, but I wasn't expecting Metroid Prime 4. There were rumours of a trilogy possibly coming, but overall, I thought the Direct was excellent. Really good, and really enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, and of course, it was really cool to see Bowser, Doug Bowser sort of introducing himself, obviously replacing Reggie Fils-Aimé. I thought he did a really good job, and it was really cool to see him there. So that was pretty much our review of Nintendo's Direct this year. We thought it was really good, really enjoyed it. It was very strong showing. There's never been a better time. If you haven't jumped in and bought a Nintendo Switch, there really hasn't been a better time for you to buy one. There's a lot of really exciting games coming, and obviously there's been a lot of great exclusives in the past. But anyway, let me go on what you guys think in the comment section below. What did you think of Nintendo's Direct this year? What games are you excited about? What do you hope to see in the future? Let us know in the comment section below. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you guys are enjoying E3. I'll be back all week with more E3 content, so please look forward to that. Anyway, take care guys and girls, and as always, happy gaming. Bye guys.
Bye.